It started with a vision of coming together of women radio journalists to discuss about their profession, the audience, the programming, the need for programs for women, and the hopes that women have a special talent for peace, a natural consequence of the Second World War. In October 1951, the International Association of Radio Women, or IARW, was born in Amsterdam, where 8 radio personalities from 8 countries in the North initially met. From a friendship association, IARW in 1957 substantially changed its name to the International Association of Women in Radio and Television, or IAWRT, and shifted its focus to reach more women in Eastern Europe, stretching as far as Asia and Africa. Members from the North then realized that they have as much to learn from their colleagues in the South. Struggles for democracy, gender information gap, technical development, access to information, education, political influences, equity for women journalists were only some of the critical issues faced by IAWRT then. These were challenges responded to that contributed to the growth and development of the organization and its members and the great precedents behind. Lilian van der Goot, founding president and coordinating president in Europe and the Middle East, whose core vision started it all. Dorothy Lewis, founding member and coordinating president in North and South America, was also one of the prime movers in forming the IARW. Gerd Melvig Alstrom tried to bridge the gap between the East and the West, and so the need for women to see the world with their own eyes, Elizabeth Kirkby went beyond traditions. That conference was strictly for men. She was the first president to organize IAWRT conference behind the Iron Curtain and outside Europe. Sherpa Sivori Apps emphasized the global importance of IAWRT and convinced more women to travel to international meetings and expressed respect and tolerance in diversity in nations, individuals, and cultures. Felicity Kimbrough was interested in providing media training for women in developing countries and managed to get NGO consultative status for IAWRT at the UN in 1985. During Clara Poor's time, she faced a period of frustrations and struggles with impossibilities, but still hoped to recruit as many professionals from the socialist countries. Christina Rombrough's vision for IAWRT was to become an international organization of professional women with international commitments. Gundel Cross Dahl convinced the Norwegian Development Agency through focus that is worth supporting IAWRT. She negotiated for the inclusion of IAWRT statement on women and media in Section J of the Alternative Report to Beijing Plus 5 Conference. Jai Chandaram gave presence in Asia and Europe through participation in forums, seminars, and workshops, and initiated the conduct of film festivals in India and still ongoing. Frida Worden did not want to see IAWRT changed from a friendship organization to a mass organization where internal politics become a more prominent feature, but since it is inevitably growing, she finally supported the idea of having an orderly infrastructure. Olya Buyar was responsible for the growing presence of IAWRT worldwide, increased funding in conjunction with its activities and programs, introduced the Secretariat, strengthened the link and presence at the UN system and in other international arena. At present, IAWRT has a very strong organizational structure with an existing international board and 10 local chapters supporting almost 400 members in about 60 countries all over the world, undertaking its mission of ensuring women's views and values are integral part of programming and advance the impact of women in media, sharing strategies towards the development of women in broadcasting, offering professional skills in training, focus on gender perspective in programs, development issues, and management. In October 2011, IAWRT turned 60. It has gone a long way, yet IAWRT is here to stay. Indeed, at 60, IAWRT is far from retiring.